No, I said happy.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Basketball game, kids. This has been going on for several years. I realize they're doing like YouTube, so you go at the junior high or junior varsity game to varsity, you gotta go back in and go to the next feed. So I'm saying, when the varsity starts, I gotta go out of the JV and go to varsity.
Yeah.
Is there a way that, so if I go to the school's website, the JV doesn't show there? Is there a way to link that so you can get the JV on and it kicks off, you go right back to the school's website, you know?
I've never seen it on the
Okay,
user side.
I can feel that's what you
Okay.
about Teams on it.
Might have someone look at that.
What happened?
I can't get it.
We're gonna jump back and forth
What's that?
on the games. We got-
Yeah, because if you're at home, especially in older, you're tech savvy. So if I'm watching a game at home,
Can I open
you
another
find the
tab?
JV on YouTube, because it's not on our website. So if you go to our, buy a ticket, the JV's aren't there. So you find the JV and it's over, it stops and you gotta go back in and find the varsity. Sometimes the varsity's not there, and that's been in the past several years, not just recently. So there's gotta be a YouTube link somehow that'll help. And I think what they're doing, because they don't want JV and varsity to be such a long deal, they're having you do two, you try to half the semester long.
Well, you can't have the girls and boys
See, now I
together
can
and
do this,
flip back and forth.
right?
That's
So
why
I-
it has
If I
to
go to
be
December.
JV.
But if you had just a girls game though, you had a JV girls and varsity girls, it still does that. But I think it's either YouTube or maybe you don't want to document, I don't know. But for people at home, especially like what happened tonight, the team was.
It's yours, 23,
If I want to shoot a little one, tomorrow, I'll shoot high
I
school.
do the story, so I needed that feed.
of December.
Luckily, I stuck with it.
Yeah.
No.
I knew she was doing that soon. I thought maybe she did that, gave us this all at the same time and then bailed on us for 6 to 8 weeks.
Reading my festival and all.
That game I picked right out. Of course, the first game I was at the game. Oh, that's right, that's right. Because we watched those at home, and said, okay, we're gonna go when the boy JV starts.
See, there's the board.
Like I said, it's not, it's been doing this for 5 years. So it's-
Click on that.
I put it in and showed on mine. Mike's having a problem on his too, Carrie.
I see Melissa's on my playlist.
But he's, what is
There's
happening?
the last one right there.
Okay, so each one has its own.
I can just explain.
Okay.
You'll
Oh, now I
find
lost
it.
See, I always used to look at the board too. My son said, so I take, and he also had scoreboard.
See, he can't even get that to come.
I heard him say that. That was funny. It's good to point that out.
That's okay. I'll just read it. Are you sure? Yep.
And that was.
Do you want me to go make copies of it?
Call the meeting to order. Please join me in the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. I have no additions or changes to the agenda. Disclosure of actual or potential conflicts of interest. Okay. Communication from the public. Okay. Item number 71.0, I need a motion to approve the agenda.
So,
Motion by Dallas,
Second.
second by Caleb. Discussion. Hearing none, all in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, same side. Motion carries. Item number 72.0. Need a motion to approve the consent agenda.
so move.
Motion by Ryan, is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Scott. Board discussion. You had the bills, anything there?
Everything looked good, Mike.
Okay. Further discussion. Hearing none, all in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item number 73.0, administrative and committee reports. Mine's short, I only have 2 items. One, I attended delegate assembly for Associated School Board in Pierre at the end of November, and they went through items that they were going to lobby for the Associated School Board with the legislature. And 2 items, the 2 big items, number 1 is vouchers. That's gonna be a big item that's gonna come. And number 2 was the biggest one was state aid to schools. And as you know, I think in the governor's report, it was 1.25%. So, and then her deal, if you look at it, it's vouchers, but it's not labeled as vouchers through what she wants to do, but that-
Educational savings accounts.
there you go. That'll be 2 items that the Associated School Boards are really gonna work on. And I've got a Three Rivers meeting Thursday. Their agenda is pretty much like ours is this December. There's not a lot on it, so that's all I have. Carol?
First, I want to start out, we've been asking students to come, but very busy time of year. So the high school and the middle school showcase and concert is tonight, and they want to extend an invitation for you to come over to that right after the meeting. It starts at 6:30, so. Pete Dirksen plans on being here tomorrow to look at the gym floor and give us some advice on what we need to do there. He also was already scheduled to come and do the Warrior Center floor, sealing it on December 26th and 27th. And then it wouldn't be able to be used until December 31st for the floor to cure. So still planning on that. Hopefully all goes well and this isn't a setback. Policy committee had one additional section that we reviewed with the admin team, and we have 1 left, and we're going to do that one after break. On December 4th, I attended the superintendent's meeting group, and Governor Nome had just done her budget address and threw kind of a curveball in. She put the educational savings account or vouchers in the budget. So it's not an item that will be voted on, but rather the appropriations committee will make that decision. So trying to figure out ways to influence that committee on that decision. First semester ends on Thursday, December 19th, and the second semester begins on January 6th. I can't believe we're already talking a semester's over. Fundraising guidelines are going to be put in place for second semester. Groups will be required to submit a fundraising request form to the building principals, and they'll have to approve it. We've had quite a few fundraisers going on the last couple of months here, so that will be a very welcome, I think, by many. We had a meeting this morning on the parking lot project, and currently we plan on continuing with the project, weather permitting. So Dallas or Ryan, is there anything else you want to add on that?
Not personally, I guess.
No, you?
I thought it went well this morning.
Yeah.
It was
It was a pleasant surprise for me, so.
Yeah.
So that's good news. Principals are completing classroom walkthroughs and evaluations. The principal self-assessment and goal-setting meetings with me have all been completed. Policy, technology, building and grounds committees have all been meeting. and administration have been included in the policy section so they can have input for the policies that they would be affected by. I also had a conversation with, or about negotiations with BCA, and talked a little bit about notes from last year, and the three main items were co-curricular salary schedule, sick leave bank, and grievance procedures. And grievance procedures might be taken care of with the new policies. We'll have to, look at that and see, but that was a very positive, I thought, meeting, and kind of getting a little jump start on that conversation, so. Questions?
Yeah, I've got a question, maybe to you and or the policy committee. Once this policy gets done, the whole thing, then what do we do with the old one? Do we have to have a motion to say they're gone?
Well, I think we're gonna have to make a motion to go with KSB's policy.
Yep.
And the changes that, because we're not taking their policy and just taking it verbatim, we're making some changes.
Right, I understand that. Well,
And then
but once we get,
we'll take that, and when we adopt that policy, that'll just replace the other one, wouldn't it?
I would say yes, that you.
You can make the motion reflecting this is replacing, right?
that's my question, because there's gonna have to be something that we'd have to say, okay, we're gonna replace.
Right.
Yeah.
Just like you would if it was a single policy, I would think, you would just do the whole packet.
And I would think after we get done with our last section, we're gonna have to get with KSB to show them what we want to
Right.
change and make sure they're like, yeah, you can do that, or you
Changes.
can't.
Okay, that's all I have. Anybody else have any questions? Okay, thank you, Carol. Carrie?
All right, so at the high school, we've been working with some attendance incentives, and so we had no tardy November. And there were 91 high school students with no tardies during the entire month of November. So that was great, wonderful. Each week, we had a drawing for $10 of chamber bucks for anybody who was not tardy, and so we drew 3 different names over the course of 3 weeks. So we had Sophia Pearman, Wyatt Huber, and Daniel Lone Elk. Each one has $10 chamber bucks. That was nice. And since the end of the first semester is nearing, the CNA team has been reviewing our attendance goals. And so I've included some graphs, and I realize that didn't get put into the meeting notes, but that's okay. I'll just explain them to you. So currently, this year so far, we are ahead of the attendance outcomes from the end of the previous year. So I know we're looking at mid-year versus end of years, but I'm gonna spin this around, and we are the top line currently, and you can see our green and yellows have grown from the prior years. So we're working on maintaining that growth. That's what we're working on. And then our school-wide goal for attendance is 92%, and we're pleased to see our percentages per class are increasing as well. And via the SD STARS reporting, our current percentages, our 9th grade is at 90.71%. So that's close. 10th grade is 87.9, 11th grade is 89.85, and our 12th grade is at 91.6. So that one's moving up even closer. So our ag structure and construction classes helped play kind of a secret Santa. They built and delivered an 8x8 storage shed that was privately paid for and donated to a local family. So that was a wonderful gift. And then they're currently working on an 8x12 shed that they would like to sell as a fundraiser for, being able to buy more equipment and supplies for the class. And our welding students created a beautiful bench using the old bleachers and the boards from the little gym of the old high school, middle school. And it's probably positioned in the front hall. And if you hadn't had an opportunity to come in and see it, please stop in. It's beautiful. That's what I have. Any questions?
Questions? No. Thank you, Carrie. Michaela and Melissa, they're not here. I can't get on the Teams.
Here's. Michaela's, there's Melissa's.
Did you guys get on?
I looked at it on Friday.
I can't. This is, who's this? Michaela's testing data. We're finished. You start testing this week. I'll have an update for Monday evening. Student happenings. Art students are producing some lovely self-portraits. Band and chorus will perform Monday, December 16th. Building happenings. We are getting ready for this semester to end. We're considering adjusting some grading ideas in the middle schools. Accolades. Congratulations to the middle school basketball team on their great season. This is from Melissa. Attendance info, 93.78% attendance rate for the entire school as of Tuesday. Testing data. Students have started their STAR testing in reading and math. Student happenings. Students had their Christmas concert on Thursday, December 5th. Book bingo and little shop of physics. Student dress-up days are next week in celebration of Christmas holiday. Building happenings. The class with the best attendance for the second quarter will have a pizza party. The police department wants to provide an incentive for elementary students. Okay. Amy.
We've been meeting as a family engagement leadership team, and we met the 6th and looked at the data from the family chats and also came up with some goals district-wide and in each school. We will be having our second DISC training January 10th, and then in the morning and then in the afternoon. Schools will be able to look at their data and come up with some goals as well. Each building will be reviewing their CNA action plan during the second semester. And the CNA is a comprehensive needs assessment, and basically you have goals that's fought over 4 years. And the high school is in CSI school improvement, so they have state facilitators, and they do such an awesome job that we invited them to come help facilitate middle school and grade school. It helps us keep on target. We spend a lot of work and time doing those CNAs and gathering a lot of data, and so we want to make sure what we're doing is impactful. So we'll be doing that the next second semester. I attended the plans for practice training and peer for title. It had a lot to do with how to get people to meetings. Ultimately, our goal is to share the information that we have. That's what we're supposed to do. And so one of the things came up using the nights that we already have people there. And so one idea they gave me was, we had bingo for books not too long ago, so I gave a 3-minute spiel. And they said, do you have time to make bookmarks? Which it was that. And I'm like, no. So just using those times that we already have parents in the building and, in all 3 schools as well, being able to get that information out there. We do have our holiday concerts. The grade school participated in theirs last week. It was great. And then they have the high school showcase tonight. High school, middle school showcase tonight. Breakfast and lunch numbers have gone up quite a bit. I think it's because it's getting cold outside and they don't want to go outside. So, which is good to see. We have our One Act play the 19th, and school resumes on the 6th. And I want to give a special thank you to Sam Hicks, Nick Rosen, Jay Standing Bear, and Cole O'Brien. When we had to move concessions from the game over there to over here, they all just pitched in. They didn't, who's taking what, where can we go? And it was done. And we have concessions back up and going in less than an hour, which is pretty awesome. And then Amanda, our kitchen staff, who help with concessions, came the next day to make sure we had stuff, because we had moved everything over there because we weren't going to have anything. The girls' basketball was done and they moved it all back. So I just want to say a special thank you to them, because they pitched in and didn't complain, and they were just complaining that they were tired and sore the next day. We all were. And then Ms. Galbraith has asked me to figure out how to put our meetings on our website, and working with Mr. Thor, I finally figured out the website. We just need to figure out how it looks. So there's a couple different options. You can house videos at the bottom of our website. It's a whole different section. You can put them, embed them in like under your school board and then list them all. So I guess I'm asking for direction on, if you would like me to, I can email you, whichever email you prefer. The company gave us a couple different options to look at, and I can, if you're interested, just where you would like to house them, because it looks different in different schools. So I don't know if you want to assign somebody to sit with me, or I don't want to do it myself. It's our school, so I'd like to input.
Mr. Olson, do you have a little time to sit down with me? Second, would you?
I can't, just let me know.
Okay,
Please.
it doesn't matter. And like I said, it's gonna easy, however you want to do it, it's just where you want to house them.
Yeah, just let me know when we get together.
That'll work.
And then are the meetings held indefinite or
That's
a year?
That's depending on how you
Okay.
want, because the school one of the schools, they literally have them for like 4 years ago.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And so if you want to leave them on there for that long, or if you just want to do it for a couple weeks, like the ones at the bottom, they only house so many videos at the bottom.
Okay.
But you could do like the one I play on there, you could do a lot of different things if you chose to.
Sure.
So it's kind of however you guys want it to look. If you want to house indefinitely, then we can put it in a different spot under school board, and you can list them by year.
Okay.
Thanks.
I got a hard ass boss, I have to take time off.
So do I. Any questions? Thanks, Amy. Joe?
Auditors were here for 2.5 days. That went really well. And I want to apologize to Carrie. You guys can't get in your email, your teams, but I must have forgotten to upload her report. That's why I handed those out. So sorry, Carrie.
No worries.
Well, that's it.
That's it? Thank you. Item number 74.0, I need a motion to surplus the following. Weight scales, old, MGS. Fire tablet, old and outdated, MGS. Chromebook, non-repairable, MGS. Fax machine, outdated, BCHS. Motion by Dallas, is there a second? Second by Ryan. Board discussion. Hearing none, all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. I'll entertain a motion to accept Superintendent Galbraith one-year contract for the 25-26 school year.
So moved.
Motion by Scott. Is there a second? Second by Kevin. Board discussion. Hearing none, all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item number 76.0. Need a motion to approve the Three Rivers Cooperative Membership for the 25-26 school year.
So moved.
Motion by Dallas. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Scott. Board discussion. Hearing none, all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item number 77.0. Need a motion to accept the following resignations effective the end of the 24-25 school year. Samantha Hicks, cross-country coach. Larry Gower, athletic director.
So moved.
Motion by Scott. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Ryan. Board discussion. Hearing none, all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Need a motion to accept the middle school basketball coach contract for Nick Rosen, $1,136.
So moved.
Motion by Kayla. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Scott. Board discussion. Hearing none, all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item number 79.0, motion to accept the 2025 election agreement between the city of Martin and the Bennett County School District for the April 8th, 2025 election.
So moved.
Motion by Dallas. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Ryan. Board discussion. Hearing none, all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item number 80.0, I need a motion to transfer $1 million from Impact Aid Fund 21
So
to Fund 41.
So moved.
Motion by Scott, is there a second? Or, sorry, yeah, second. Second by Dallas. Board discussion. Hearing none, all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. I need a motion to enter into executive session for personnel matters pursuant to SDCL 1-25-2, student issues pursuant to SDCL 1-25-2, negotiations pursuant to SDCL 1-25-2, legal issues pursuant to SDCL 1-25-2 with possible action.
So moved.
Motion by Scott, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Dallas. Board discussion. Hearing none, all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. We are in executive session. Okay. And declare us out at 7,
Or 6,
6.
6:30. Get off of there. 6:37. Okay.
I'd like to make a motion to accept the transfer request of head girls basketball coach Duke Wan to assistant girls basketball coach, and accept the transfer request of assistant girls basketball coach Shauna Evans to head girls basketball coach. Both of these are effective only for the remainder of the 24-25 season, and salaries will be adjusted accordingly.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Dallas. Discussion. Hearing none, all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign.
And you need to abstain.
And abstain.
I'm going to abstain from the vote.
Okay. Abstain. Aye. 1, 2, 3, 4. Motion carries. Okay, I need a motion to adjourn.
so moved.
I need a second.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. We are at adjournment at 6:39. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Yeah, Merry
Let's
Christmas.
do it.
Just want to set that in. Yes.
Joe needs clarification on anything on there.
Yeah, I'll come in the morning, visit with her, and then,